Om Bhurбhuvassuham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayandam.
So salam everyone, so let's continue our video satsangs on the most sweet topic actually, Sai avatars, and let's speak today about 3 Sai avatars which are Shirdi Sai 19th century, Sathya Sai 20th century, and Prema Sai 21st century. This video I wish to mention about kind of not easy topic about culture of communication and spirituality of communication. Okay, like this. Well, God is one. Oneness, this is the reality of God. Love, compassion, totality, that's consciousness. And this absolute God so wonderfully incarnated on this planet Earth many times, but in our age 3 times: Shirdi Sai, Sathya Sai, and Prema Sai. But unfortunately, we as human beings sometimes, oh my God, pretty often can't keep this oneness. Just think how strange it is that some Shirdi Sai devotees, they accept Sathya Sai as next incarnation of Shirdi Sai, but quite many Shirdi Sai devotees, they just reject it. Even if you go to Shirdi, okay, and just try to discuss with the people Sathya Sai questions, most of the people will not be so happy to speak about Sathya Sai, because for many people it's not so obvious. And okay, if it is not obvious, that's half of the story. But if they even strongly reject Sathya Sai, that's really sad. What's happened here in Puttaparthi, and actually right now I am in Puttaparthi. Of course, for all Sathya Sai devotees, it's clear that post-incarnation of Sathya Sai was like Shirdi Sai. But it's an extremely difficult question about Prema Sai, the present incarnation and manifestation of the God. 21st century, this is the time of Prema Sai. We have many candidates. Okay, at the moment, well, 2023 at the moment, yeah. We have kind of 10 candidates. Maybe 5 of them are more active, more obvious, and some candidates is like half hidden. But it's already obvious that we have number of Prema Sai candidates, and for many Sai devotees it's pretty confusing situation. And I remember how Sathya Sai told so many times that not everyone will recognize him as Prema Sai. That's message from Sathya Sai himself. And what we can see right now, that some Sathya Sai devotees, they're very happy with the Sathya Sai form, name. They happily visit this place. I mean Puttaparthi, I'm now in Puttaparthi. But some Sathya Sai devotees, they can't understand the situation with Prema Sai. And that's basically okay. Okay, I mean, well, maybe according to the divine plan, maybe you don't need to recognize Prema Sai. Maybe you need just to concentrate your mind, concentrate your heart on Sathya Sai only. Meditate, worship, feel this connection with the Sathya Sai avatar. Maybe you don't need to recognize and to visit and to be with Prema Sai. Who knows? Who knows? It's like, there are huge number of wonderful people, and they feel connection only with Shirdi Sai. They never been to the party at all, and so what? But you know what is important is culture and spirituality of communication. Respect is very important, because respect is not something only social. Respect is actually very spiritual quality, because you must to respect other people's opinion, other people's heart feelings. Suppose if somebody already understood, realized, the truth about Prema Sai. Suppose you are not. Just respect. Do not be angry. Do not strongly reject, because those people who strongly reject Prema Sai, they jump into the absolutely crazy situation. You worship to God in the form of Sathya Sai and you're rejecting form of Prema Sai. Then it's a totally mess, So that's the reason why I think that culture and spirituality of communication and respect is very important. It's very spiritual actually. So if it is difficult for you, for example, to understand what's happened, and what will happen, what may happen next year and next year, then just meditate, worship, concentrate, focus your mind and heart on Sathya Sai, Shirdi Sai. Just forget about all that Prema Sai questions if it is difficult for you to grasp the situation. And of course, in many of my videos, I already told you that my approach is that Lord God, this absolute consciousness, may function, may work through many bodies, through many forms. That's the reason why for me that's not a kind of problem, that's not contradiction. If we have 5, 10, who knows, maybe in the future it will be 100 candidates, who knows. But that's not a problem for me, because absolute consciousness may work through many forms. And I think we can't even imagine what kind of world will be pretty soon. I mean, maybe thousands or maybe millions of people can realize, how to explain it. That's the difficult question. Realize, Prema Sai essence of our soul. And then just can you imagine if millions of people will say, I'm Prema Sai, I'm Prema Sai, I'm Prema Sai. Then what can we do? Because what does it mean Prema Sai? It's absolute consciousness, and actually you are that absolute consciousness. So in some sense, according to the Advaita philosophy, it's okay if you say I'm God, I'm God. Even Sathya Sai quite often he taught us this truth, Advaita Vedanta philosophy, when you have to meditate, you have to contemplate, and then realize that you are God. So it means, in a sense, if millions of people will say, we are all Prema Sai, that's also okay. Of course, I understand, it's pretty clear for me that still God exists, and He incarnates on this planet Earth, and though we can have a huge number of candidates, the one is the actual complete incarnation of Prema Sai, and there's a big question how to recognize him. That's also divine lila, divine game, playfulness. That's the divine plan for you, for me, for everyone. So it's not easy question actually. But so this video is basically about respect. So I don't want to discuss any other topics in this video. So let's stay in peace, Shanti. Let's respect each other. And if your friend, if your neighbor already understood something and you can't understand the same, just leave it. Pray to God. Meditate on that form of the Lord which is dear to you, and respect that maybe your friend already understood something about Prema Sai, and maybe your friends who are also Sai devotees, they can have different opinions. Okay, why not? Why not? It's like all that Orthodox religions. We have Krishna, we have Buddha, we have Jesus, we have Prophet, Muhammad. We have many different forms of God, Shiva and Vishnu. And sometimes even Hindu people, they slightly discuss, like who is true God, Shiva or Vishnu. It's God is consciousness. Okay, who is true, real master or divine teacher for humanity, Krishna, Buddha, or Jesus? Who? All of them. Krishna is the divine master, Buddha is the divine master, Jesus is the divine master. So we don't need to choose, we have to embrace all of them. So God bless you. Of course, in the end of this video, I invite you to download for free my books. This, of course, printed book, paper books, but in a form of e-books. There's free domain, free download, all the links next to the video, or on my website, Devotee.com. So just free domain. That's books with my personal stories, memories, because back in 90s I was Sathya Sai translator for the Russian speaking group. So all that huge number of interviews, all the stories you can find, read, and I'm sure enjoy and benefit. Just find in my books. So God bless of us. Stay in peace. Sai Ram.
Om Bhurбhuvassuham Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayantam